Good morning. It is day 56 on the Appalachian Trail, May the 5th. Y-O-L-O. So it is 6:30 a.m. I am up and going. I'm going to try to get into town for lunch. We got several campers waking up as well. Let me spin this around. So, some nice camping area. It's pretty flat. I got what I did last night just because that was what I saw. And you never know how large it is. We've got another Nemo tent here. This is the earliest I've been up, or actually up and on the trail. I guess I've been up before, but I was sort of chilled out in the tent doing different things. But this morning I got Delville, which is 10 miles plus ahead of me. So that's about 5 hours of walking 2 miles an hour with a break or two in there. And I can get in town at lunch and chill out at lunch. So hopefully I get 10 miles in, and then take a break. We'll do all right. So here's another little group of people. This is really nice. Looks like they got bear boxes up here. Right knee just gave free. So this is actually a bear box. You put your food in here. That way you don't have to hang it in the tree. And then this is the area that they had on the picture, because there's the picnic table. We got a Hammock Camper here. Backing up. Wow, he's got a pretty good sized tarp. See all the pollen on there. Right next to the stream. Must have been some good sleeping last night. But anyway, we'll get into town. We'll just chill out a little bit and we'll get some lunch. I really don't need to be concerned about charging my batteries or doing my resupply or whatever, because I'll be meeting Chris and Dan later today, this evening or tomorrow morning. The other day the weather forecast said that Friday, which is tomorrow, it's supposed to be raining and ucky all day. So plan on taking a zero. I haven't taken a zero in a while. Well, depends on how long ago that was. A couple weeks now, but 3 Fridays, several weeks. It seems like now that I took a double zero at my house. I was able to mow the yard and trim some trees and do some repairs to my equipment. Last night I did get in late. I got everything set up. I went right to sleep pretty much. I feel very rested this morning. But there's another stinking hole in my air mattress somewhere. So I thought it was the fact, and last night I blew it up quite a bit and it was pretty taut. And then this morning, it wasn't as taut. So once again, I need to blow that thing up, look for the patch, or look for the hole so I can patch it. The problem is the circle patches that came with the tent, or I'm sorry, it came with the air mattress, I'm about out of. I think I have one more. And then I'll have to make some other patches out of some larger rectangle ones that came with it. So I hope that it's not basically the same location, which is the dimple of the mattress. It gets a little pinhole from the weld, I do believe. So far the other two patches have held. Well, I think that, but it could be where it's leaking from. I don't think so though. I think it's going to be another weld, a little pinhole right there where it's welded, where the front and the back meet. But anyway, not that big a deal. I will fix it and move on with life. But I am going to reach out to Sea to Summit, which is the manufacturer of that mattress, and see if they can't send me some more patches or see what they can do for me. This is starting to get ridiculous as far as having to patch this thing every week. I have been putting dates on the two patches. So one was Easter, and then I forget what the other one was, but it was just probably about a week ago. And now a week later, it's done it again. I think I remember marking it the 22nd. But that may have been the Easter one. I don't think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, just enjoying the birds singing. It is cooler out this morning. I tend to much rather hike when it's cool than when it's warm. Had some great views. I think we're going to have some great views this morning. A couple areas. And that's about it. This is my first view on May 5th, looking down into the valley. Isn't it beautiful? See the fog and the clouds on the mountains. Absolutely beautiful. Another sheer wall of stone. It goes on for a little while. Enjoying the beautiful sun. The birds are chirping. I took a break a moment ago. I was watching some birds just soar in the sun. It was good to see them. I thought they were eagles, but they weren't. I'm also, while I'm heading into town, the terrain is not that bad, so I've been trying to edit a video so I can get it uploaded while I'm in Delville, so you guys can see what I'm seeing. I'm currently working on day 34, even though it's day 56, I believe, on trail. So, as you can tell, I'm behind. But that's all right. All right, heading north here, boys and girls. All right, here's a interesting outcropping. It's a little side trail. Sometimes we videotape just to let others go by so they're not knocking on our back door. And that was the case here. Let this gentleman go ahead of me. We can hear the birds chirping. We can hear town down below. You hear an airplane. Sort of breaks up some of the quietness on the trail, especially when it was cold and wintry out. We didn't hear any birds, or very little birds. We were in the mountains, so we didn't really hear anything except for maybe an airplane or a helicopter. It's pretty interesting just how these rocks jet out of the ground and just, it's like a whale coming out of the water to breathe. Just jets right out. And that's about 30 feet up there. It's hard to tell on the camera, but about 30 feet up there. It's pretty high. Usually that means that we're at the top of the mountain when we see these. And now I'm starting to go downhill, at least for this moment. It looks like I got another uphill. Just trying to get around this outcropping. Oh my, this is a climb here. Let's go this way here. Is that or this? Actually, it might be better going this way. Fewer steps, it's more of an incline. Lose your balance every once in a while. All right. You gotta make sure when you're coming up to something like that that your pack doesn't pull you backwards. You get off the center line of your balance. It doesn't take much, but we're so accustomed by this point with our packs on, we sort of know where the center of gravity is. And then when we take our packs off, our brain has to recalculate where that center of gravity is. But as you can imagine, when you take your pack off and we walk, it feels like we're running because it's effortlessly. A 35, 40-pound pack makes a difference when you're climbing. And then you have your water. This may be the last uphill before we get to Delville. All right, I lied. There's another little knoll right here. And then maybe down. It'll be all the way down into town where I want to upload at least one video. I'm working on editing it now so that when I get in town, I can maybe just spend time trying to upload it. Uploading takes about 35 minutes, depending on the video size. The editing takes however long the video is, because basically you have to watch the entire video and then adjust it, cut some fat out of it, and make sure you get all the pictures for that day, all the videos in for that day. So if it's a 15-minute video, I would say it probably takes a half hour, 35 minutes to edit it, because you have to watch it and then get the files in a video, or videos in a file rather. And then I'm using iMovie, so then you have to upload it into iMovie once you have it in a file. So it's a little bit of work, but look at this view. This is nice. And I showed this river to you yesterday. We're obviously all the way that way though. There's a birdie. Just soaring so majestically. Just riding the thermal. Anyway, I don't know what town that is. I'm guessing it's Delville, since that's where we're heading. All right, let's get off these rocks and head on down. All right, that looks like it's the final ascent. Now we're descending, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to edit videos here because of the terrain. So I may have to work on that in town.
Delville, Virginia. Thank you.
So I'm coming down to Delville, and I ran into some children and some homeschoolers. And some wonderful adults as well. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let them introduce themselves to it, and they've been great. I've been educating them and trying to teach them a little bit about hiking and about nature. So let me turn this around and we'll see what they have to say.
Hey there, we really appreciate you taking some time to stop on the trail and give us some tips and just lots of good information that's really helpful. We're just out here day hiking today, enjoying the beautiful creation, and it has really been a treat to get to visit with you and have you answer questions from these kids and answer our questions, the moms who are here, and it's really been helpful. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. It's been a real pleasure. God bless and be safe.
Thank you, Yolo.
Thank you, Yolo.
All right, we're coming into Delville. Must be a soggy area because they got all these planks built up. It was fun coming off the mountain because I was with the preschool, or not the preschool, the homeschoolers, and the kids are way ahead of the adults, and they're just bouncing and running and jumping. There's so much energy, so it's good to hear kids' voices again, and then just playing around. So it was a real true blessing. So it's been very nice being around them today. Give it a little different perspective because I haven't been around any children. Sometimes it's not a bad thing. I hear some water. Looks like a parking lot. In about an hour, I'll be eating lunch, sandwiches, and I'll be trying to. It's like a bridge that. It's not a bridge, but don't know why. Waterfall. Maybe it's a dam. I don't know what it is. Nope. It's just a bridge on the trail. Must be a government job. Hey, my cousin is in the bridge building concrete business and he needs some work. I think we need a bridge 40 foot wide on the Appalachian Trail. Okay, you got the contract. Let's do it. Those kids, I can still hear them. They're funny. The one little girl, it reminded me of Matilda, which is a kids movie, I guess. She's like, yeah, my grandma lives in Minnesota. So that was fun. So her mommy's home getting ready to work on the camper so they can go on vacation. She also said her mom was an arborist and they had a tree that fell and Mama got the chainsaw out and chainsawed. So that's a woman there for you. Well, you can tell by the sound that we're coming to Delville, to a road, a busy road at that. See if I can get a ride down that way. I think that is where everything is at. Right over there's the trail. Just got to cross the road. See if we can die. It's like the game Frogger, trying to get across here. See how this goes. The GB. Look who I ran into, man. It is Cy and Isabella. Woo! All right, well, we got some Mexican lunch. I found out today that today is May the 5th, which I knew, but it's also Cinco de Mayo. So I hit some Mexican restaurant. Pancho Mexicano. So, all right, we're heading back out on the trail. I need a nap now. So, here we go. I'll climb over here in the green grass and just take a nap. I'm very excited because right before I came and ate, I got off and I was at the gas station and Cy and Isabella from the past appeared. So I'm so happy. They had some phone issues, so they got a new phone number, and that's why I've not been able to reach them. But simply because they dropped their phone in the river and crapped out. But they have a new iPhone, new phone number. We're re-engaged with them. The only problem is they're going to be about a day ahead of me, because if I take a zero tomorrow, then they'll be 20 miles ahead of me. We'll see how things work out, but they still really haven't gotten off trail to do anything. They've been bathing in the creeks and rivers. But yeah, I'm very excited that they're back on trail. Or they've always been on trail, but I'm glad that I saw them. Here's the gas station that most of the people are resupplying at, I just wanted to walk down a little bit and have some Mexican restaurant. And now at Cinco de Mayo, I am good to go. No beer, because I don't drink. But it was good having a sit-down meal. Let me take a picture of this real quick. Anyway, we're pulling out of Delville. We was off trail right over here. We crossed over. Kroger and resupply is down here. I don't need to do that since Dan and Chris are picking me up. I got the Super 8, and then just past the Super 8 is the Mexican restaurant that I ate at. But I'm heading back in the woods with about an hour and 15-minute lunch. Just chilled out in there, drank some sweet tea, and had an ACP, and I did a journal entry and charged my phone just a little bit. But now I'm back on the trail with a full stomach, and I need to look on far out to see where we can get picked up with Dan and Chris for tonight or tomorrow sometime. Well, here is one of the major roads that the Appalachian Trail goes down. And then it looks like we got to do a little road walking. And it might actually just go back up once we get on the other side of the interstate. This might be I-81 maybe. You look up here, you see one blaze, and then you see another that has 2 marks on it. The 2 marks indicate that the Appalachian Trail is going to take a turn, so maybe there's another trail going up on the left side of the road up here. Actually, it goes on the right side here. I actually think that this is the Blue Ridge Parkway, maybe? Because I believe when we visited Dan and Chris, I was pointed this out by Dan to say, hey, this is the Appalachian Trail. For some reason I remember this little jaunt. Then again, it could be another jaunt that I'm trying to remember. All right, if you're heading to Katahdin, which is where we're going, we're 1/3 the way. Yay! All right, we made it 1/3 the way. All right. All right, guys, this is 0.34 miles outside of Troutdale, or Troutville, one or the other. But we got mountains all the way around. We got mountains poking over the other mountains. And it was nice. Someone came up here with a bush hog and has bush hogged. If not, we'd be walking through this, which is probably filled with ticks. So thank you, caretakers of the AT, for taking care of the AT so we don't have to walk through all this stuff. Look at the beautiful yellow flowers that line it. It's very pretty. Thank you guys. We're heading down this way, but what we've discovered is that if the AT can go over a mountain, it goes over a mountain. So I'm guessing that this is the next mountain that we're going over. So let's get doing it. I've got a 9 o'clock pickup at Black Horse Creek or something like that on the Blue Ridge. So I need to hump it. It is 12 and a half miles, I think. So gotta keep up a 2 mile an hour pace. We're in some rocky area right now. Just passed Cy and Isabella's tent site a few minutes ago. They're staying next to a creek. They said they're very heavy because they just resupplied and they have milk and cereal. And they said their packs are probably around 70 pounds. So they'll eat up some of that tonight and tomorrow morning. They'd also carried out Wendy's sandwiches. As Cy says, proper sandwiches. I said, what's that? Just a regular sandwich that was properly done at a restaurant. So, but anyway, it was good seeing them again. I did take a spill just before I got to their camp, so I cleaned up in the creek, and I got a little bit of a road rash on my forearm on the left arm. So, I don't know if you can see that or not. And then I got this little boo-boo, but I think I'll survive. I was coming down a hill and my feet broke traction, and next thing I know, I'm sliding down the hill sideways on my arm, and I caught a small tree or branch or whatever, and then my backpack got caught on a stump, if you will, and so I was locked onto this small stump for a few moments until I could figure out how to get my pack off of it with me strapped to it. So, small casualty today. I had one the other day on my other forearm. I'm going uphill, so bear with me. All right, let me turn the camera off because this is quite a bit. As you just saw, I stumbled on that rock. But, all right, heading up in time enough. So it is 7:20. So I did make it earlier than anticipated. So I'll chill up here, cool down. I'll probably stay up here for a little while and then put my jacket on once I cool down, because the wind is breezing. Breezing, is that a word? I will make a few phone calls and actually, I guess, walk down here because it looks like a pretty good view. This is the view from the road at the Blue Ridge Parkway. The radio towers, transmission towers. Looks like some rain clouds. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I'll be taking a zero at Chris and Dan's house and just chilling. But this is a very beautiful vista and view. So I have a little over an hour before Chris and Dan will pick me up. So they're gonna pick me up at 8:30ish, which is a half hour before I asked them to, and let them know that I was coming in sooner. And now it's 7:23, so I've got an hour and 7 minutes, I guess. So I'll make some phone calls. Hopefully I'll have a signal up here and maybe edit some videos. But I'll be sleeping in a bed tonight. Hoo-hoo. Be getting a shower too, which I need one again. So just did the calculation, and today was a 23-mile day. I could probably still go a little bit more, but I'm gonna just chill because again, I'm being picked up. So that might be it for tonight, unless I do some more videoing when Chris and Dan pick me up in their silver car. So I think I'm gonna take my pack off and just chill on this rock over here. So talk to you guys later. I haven't done any equipment or anything like that, so let me talk about that for a few moments. So let me turn this thing around and show you my footwear. All right, so here is my footwear. So first I start out with toe sock liners. These are by Insoles. It's just a lightweight wool, I believe it's wool fabric, and basically what they are, they're socks for your feet. So what it is you put these on. They are left to right because it has a large toe, larger than the other one. And then your toes are individually wrapped with each of these, so there's no rubbing and abrasion. So we put these on first, and then we use a sock. This happens to be a merino wool, darn tough sock. This one just happens to be ankle length, but this is merino wool. If it gets wet, it will still retain its warmth. And also, since it's wool, it doesn't smell like a cotton sock would. Also, it dries out fairly quickly. So moving on to our footwear. These are trail runner shoes. This is Lone Peak 5. This shoe company is called Ultras. So let me get that "and" out of here. Ultra, and these are not waterproof. These are trail runner shoes. I just looked it up on the mileage. I wrote the mileage when I put these on. So I put these on at 319.7, and I just did the math, and these have 425 miles on them right now. So I'll be changing them out in the next 100 miles or so. They're starting to show some wear and tear. Not so much on this one, but the other one. A lot of the people have, this is all blown out right now. There's holes, and on this side as well. I've been luckier, I guess. But there's Velcro on the back of this that folds down. And then we have a thing called a gator, which is this right here. So we'll move over to display one, I guess. So the gators go on, they hook on the front. There's a little eyelet that they hook onto, and then they Velcro onto the back. And basically what this does is it is a sock sort of type device that goes over your socks, and it keeps sticks and rocks and stuff from getting down into your shoe. So if you ever ran or anything, you flop a rock up and it hits, and then you get a stick or something down in there. That's pretty irritating. So we got the toe liner socks, we got the merino wool, we got the gators, and then for insoles, these are some inexpensive $9 soles that I picked up at Walmart. I originally had taken the factory soles out, which these are called Zero Drop. I'd taken those out, and I had put in a new Good Feet green insole that was around $45. I tried that, it did not work for me. I took them out, and I tried these $9 ones from Walmart, and these have been spectacular. They have a gel pad right here at the heel, so it takes a lot of abuse and all that downhill. And also up here in the front, you can see a circular thing. There's also a pad there, that's for your metatarsal, so that's where your toes connect to your foot. It also has a carbon fiber arch support right here, so that helps with the arch support. But for $9, these are great. They should really market them to hikers, and they could probably charge more. But that's my footwear. And then now these feet that I'm about to show you are dirty, but they have no calluses or blisters because of what I believe is my setup. So my toes are dirty. I apologize for that, but these have 740 miles on them, and there's no blisters. There's really no sore spots or anything like that. You can see where you see that line. That's where that gator was. So it's keeping all that dirt and stuff out of my shoes. But you can see the bottom of my feet are just normal, I guess. There's no blisters. So I've been really lucky with that. They're dirty, but my toes are filthy. But this is hiker feet. So today there's 23 miles on my feet today, and they are slightly sore. Out of 1 to 10, it's probably a 2. But I just wanted to take time out to show you our footwear and what I use. So I have 2 more pair of these brand new at the house that will be shipped to me or brought to me. I use 2 pair of these, and then I have 3 pair of Darn Tough socks. Now we use Darn Tough, which is the manufacturer, because these socks are about $20 a pair. But the good thing is with Darn Tough, they have a lifetime warranty. So if my toe happens to wear a hole in here, I can just take it to the outfitter and they'll exchange it, because Darn Tough is known for standing behind their socks. So it's sort of, you buy it one time and you don't have to buy it again. These sock liners are probably $7 or $8. They're real thin material. It just allows this sock to slide and not be against your foot. So that sliding action is taking away, I guess, the blisters. But anyway, you can sort of see here where my shoe's starting to wear out. This little lip right here is probably going to be ripping off in the next 100 miles or so. But that's the footwear and my feet. Hope you guys learned something. Again, these are not waterproof. So if we do go through a mud puddle or something like that, these will dry out fairly quick because there's not much material that will hold water. Water will get in between the fibers, but the fibers themselves will not hold water. So they will dry out fairly quick. If I go through a puddle or I go through a stream, my feet will be soaking wet, but if it's sunny out and I'm hiking, these will probably be dry in about a half hour because of foot heat and the simple fact that every time I take a step, a little bit of water squishes it out. So that's it. Hope you guys learned something, and I'll talk to you guys later.